Bank Negara said it had not instructed banks to freeze derivative and spot transactions involving the ringgit in order to mitigate the current financial market volatility. Governor Muhammad Ibrahim said the central bank would make an announcement if there were any policy changes. As for now, there isn't any. He said Bank Negara is dealing with individual banks and tries to interact with the market to make sure the noises aren't too loud. The central bank is against speculative ringgit trades via the non-deliverable forward market, as the mechanism was not reflective of the ringgit's fundamentals. In contrary, he said our currency must be taken by the underlying transaction as contracted on a daily basis. Meanwhile, when asked if Bank Negara intends to peg the ringgit, Ibrahim gave a firm no. Despite the bumpy ride throughout the year, Malaysia's economy still grew at 4.3% in the third quarter, all thanks to private consumption and exports. This is an improvement from last quarter's 4%, as GDP finally picked up after 5 straight quarters of decline. However, GDP grew at a slower pace compared to last year. According to Bank Negara, our economy's growth was underpinned by continued expansion in private sector spending and net export growth. Bank Negara added that services sector grew at 6.1%, manufacturing expanded 4.2%, construction rose 7.9%, and mining expanded 3.6%, but agriculture fell 5.9%. It also said job losses were largely confined to certain industries that included banking and oil and gas. In the months to come, Bank Negara says that export growth is expected to remain weak following subdued demand from Malaysia's key trading partners, and that continued uncertainties in the external environment may pose downside risk to Malaysia's growth prospects. Yeo Jiawei, the ex-BSI banker involved in the 1MDB scandal, took the stand as the trial entered its 8th day. During the trial, Yeo said he belonged to a small team in BSI, supporting frontline bankers like Yak Yew Chew, who dealt directly with Jolo. Yak has since been jailed for 18 weeks for forging documents and failure to disclose suspicious actions. He is expected to assist in the ongoing 1MDB money laundering investigation. According to Yeo, Jolo would give Yak instructions, and Yak would pass the word on to Yeo's ex-boss, Kevin P'ng, who was BSI's head of wealth management services. And then only P'ng would tell Yeo what to do, and it was him that would determine his career. In short, Yeo said he was merely following instructions. Yeo told the court that he had raised his concerns to BSI senior staff about a 1MDB entity using a fund structure to channel money to businessman Jolo's associate. Yeo is facing 7 other charges of money laundering. According to prosecutors, these charges will be heard in April. IHH Healthcare is selling its 30% stake in PCH Holdings to China's Taikang Insurance Group for about 690 million ringgit in cash. PCH is the holding entity for the group's China portfolio of clinics and greenfield hospital projects. In a Bursa filing, IHH said its indirectly wholly owned subsidiary Parkway Group Healthcare had entered into a share purchase agreement with the Chinese insurer through its subsidiary TK Healthcare Investment Limited. Following the transaction, PCH will become an indirect 70% subsidiary of IHH. IHH CEO Tan Si Leng said the proposed deal will allow the group to significantly accelerate its plans to grow the clinic networks and hospital portfolio in China, adding that the partnership builds on its shared belief in the long-term growth prospects and demand for private healthcare in China. In a separate statement, the company said proceeds from the divestment would be used to effect a combination of a primary subscription of PCH's shares as well as a secondary purchase of Parkway Group shares in PCH. The primary proceeds would be mainly deployed as growth and working capital for PCH. Balster Plantations is said to be the seller of a piece of land in Seberang Perai to SP Satya. SP Satya had announced on Wednesday that it had won the tender to purchase the 1,675-acre land worth 620 million ringgit. Sources told The Edge the land is an oil palm estate known as the Malakoff Estate. SP Satya had earlier told Bursa that it had bagged the tender from a CIMB Islamic trustee without revealing the vendor's name. Till now, Bousted Plantations has yet to make an announcement regarding the matter. SP Satya intends to make its debut into mainland Penang through this acquisition. The company plans to develop the land over the next 15 to 20 years into an eco-themed mixed development township with a potential GDV of 9.6 billion ringgit. The land sits 18 km away from Butterworth and 32 km from Penang Bridge, which is within the Butterworth-Sungai Petani Grove corridor.